most rewarding championship that I've ever been involved in.
Momentum's up.
This championship is one of the hardest in the world.
Here we are at, I think it's round 5 of the 2021 championship at lovely Knockhill.
Knockhill is a circuit, she's a lively one. I think that's why I gel with a track, it's full commitment.
Honestly, I can't believe it's the 5th weekend, it's flown by, and every time I come here I think it's my favourite circuit, and I think it's because it goes up and down hills more than any other circuit, and I love undulations, I love big curves.
I can barely see what's coming at me. This is all coming so fast, the curves are so aggressive. It is like no other. I think it favours the brave, and you kind of just have to hang it out a little bit, and that's probably what I'm good at, which is nice.
Obviously there's a lot of blind crests. In terms of balance of the car, it's always on a knife edge, but you're constantly pulling gears, worrying about what's the other side of the crest over the finish line. And yeah, I just love this place. It's absolutely mega. It reminds me of a kart track.
Being halfway through the year, a lot has gone to plan while the results haven't got to show it yet. I've felt more at home than I've ever have in this championship. But what Team Hard and what Tony, Sammy, Gary, Jay and everyone in here have created is an atmosphere like no other.
Yeah, Alton Park was a tough weekend to sort of overcome. Obviously, you go there, it's normally an okay circuit for us. I think ultimately our championship contenders also suffered some bad luck. So to come away still leading it, you just got to look at the positives. If anything, we actually extended the championships somehow.
I was honest at the beginning, and I did say that I think it will be more of a 2-year program. I said the first year I will be learning at every circuit. So I always knew I was going to not necessarily be winning the championship, but I thought deep down I would be definitely in the top 10, and I'm not. I was in the top 10 last weekend, which is the first time this year. So in that respect, it has taken me twice as long as I thought it would take me, if I'm completely honest. But I'm so happy I'm finally there. I'm so happy we made it.
Coming into this weekend, Knockhill, I'm feeling quite confident. It's always been fairly strong for me as a driver, and okay, we're coming here with a little bit more weight, but I think we're in good stead. It
is all about qualifying around Knockhill. You can defend very, very easily around the circuit. Probably more than any other circuit we race at, maybe other than Brands Indy, you can really defend around here. So it is all about qualifying. It's Knockhill, it's the British touring cars, anything can happen. So, bubbly boopy.
After the demands of Alton Park, everybody is taped up, patched up, rebuilt, ready to go as we head north of the border. We're at Knockhill this weekend, 1.27 miles long, and we come here after an all-action, a bruising indeed, Alton Park, but one venue that always delivers great racing and a qualifying session that is set to be very important indeed. Ash Sutton comes here as the championship leader despite not having the best of times in Cheshire, with Tom Ingram and Dan Rowbottom chasing him within the standings.
He'll be alright. Cool. No, he's not feeling particularly good at the minute at all. His head's definitely in the right place. We'll see how his body is physically. Dodgy muscles, I think. Not really what you want going into qualifying. It's probably good TV for you. Yeah, if he could have put that last sector on that one, it'd have been, what's that difference?
Half a tenth.
Half a tenth.
Yeah, nearly half a tenth.
It would have been 4 positions.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
3 positions?
3 100ths would have moved us up to P3, I think. Tough, isn't it? Back to that.
So we're doing 3 runs, 9 laps, so out, 9 laps in. What we looked at last year between lap 4 and lap 9 is the optimal for the tyre. So just bring them in slowly, those 4 laps is not a problem. So you've got an out 4 laps to bring them in.
Getting up through the traffic now.
Yeah, he's been a bit impeded, but he's absolutely flying. You saw him hurl it into turn 1 Duffer's Dip. And he's already doing very good time. 51.0, that's the quickest time we've seen this weekend. Oh, he completely straight lined it. completely straight-minded.
Walk into the gravel. It's alright, mate, you're still P1. Turkington is on a 51.35, obviously hopefully they're going to go quick when they get their laps in.
Green flag is waved then, so the clock is ticking again as the cars are pulled backwards by the teams and then released down the pit lane. Aaron Taylor-Smith's Cupra good to go.
Four laps remaining after this one. You've still got time for a breather.
He's happy, got there, just ran out wide and then round came the back. And that is Carl Boardley, is it not? That's Sutton who's had a moment at the chicane. So Sutton survives it and is sixth, but yes, Chris Smiley a 10th down on Turkington, but improves to third on the grid.
Yeah, good. I think Ash did a mega job there, given how he was feeling before that one.
Yeah.
He was consistently putting in times that were in the same sort of region. It was just not getting a slipstream at the right time, I think. That was all it was. He was just trying on the last lap. He was just trying to push for that extra half a tenth. Half a tenth would have sent him 4 places on the grid, so that's really what he wanted. But no, it was good. I think overall that's a positive session given the weight we've got.
I always hate it because before I go out in the car, I'm always so optimistic. And then I go out in the car and I was like, well, this is not going to plan. It's not demoralizing because like I feel like I'm doing the best that I physically can currently, but I just want to be doing better. Like I've driven worse in other cars and qualified on the front row. That's what's so frustrating. If we catch the reverse grid, someone will have to fire me off to win. Like I'll do everything I can to stay there. So we shall see. It's like a dead body.
Don't put my back, idiot.
I reckon you could wring the cuffs of it because it always collects in the cuffs.
It was on my back.
Your helmet's gonna go. I'm
getting out of it.
Oh, lovely. Not going to be a barista anytime soon.
What is this? I'm so disappointed.
Dishwasher water.
It's too fast for my legs.
So we're here, sunny Knockhill somehow, and it's race day, Sunday. Yeah, qualifying yesterday was, I think, making the best of a bad situation. I was feeling a bit under weather myself, suffered food poisoning, so I just literally crashed in the middle of the day. So sort of strapping myself in for qualifying was a real tough task, but we managed to pull out a stonking lap, put us P6 on the grid. But yeah, to then climb out the car and nearly fall over just sort of highlights how sort of rough I was feeling.
Welcome back to Knockhill, round 13 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship is almost good to go. The grid is being cleared at a 1 minute board. Engines will fire up, the last engineers will make their way. This is Colin Turkington's BMW that lines up on pole position. Lights go red and it is blast off. It should be a good start by the BMW. It is. Senna Proctor moves across to cover off any challenge of Chris Smiley, who also gets the drop there as they dive down towards Duffers Dip for the first time. And Ingram in the Hyundai's got the inside line and he's got the place as well.
Well, Sutton is the first of the medium compound, the harder of the two compounds, and with Maxim Ballast, so he'll be fairly happy with this position at the moment, but I personally think that Moffat would be quicker if he was allowed through.
There goes Dan Lloyd coming out of the chicane.
Safety car, racing team, you see the board.
Safety car, Aaron, safety car.
Speeds build and we are back racing at Knockhill.
But his brain is sort of thinking, I'm in a good position here, I can lose a bit of weight for race 2, but how does he ever stop himself as he tries to launch it up the inside of Jake Hill? He's going to get there before they get to Clark.
Great move, through on the inside line. Here of dramas further back in the pack. That's Ollie Jackson having a major lock-up into the hairpin.
Yeah, I think he was,
And Aaron Taylor-Smith, I think, was slow there.
Aaron Taylor-Smith has a new engine in for this weekend. That was certainly him.
What's happened there? Does it just cut out?
We sacrificed an enormous amount to be on this grid at all. We lived in a mobile home for 2 years when we raced with BMR. No one really knows that. Like, we lived on site to make this a dream and a reality, for it all to come together.
So sorry, Aaron. So sorry. You were getting there. I guess it just cut out, did it? Aaron, are you too angry to talk?
Probably I skip around and make it look like I'm in good form all the time, but at the same time, this is hard work. You know, like this is stress.
Yeah, fucking engine map. Just decided to go to cool down mode.
Dad, you could touch it. Yeah.
But that's safe. Engine map update. Like, I wasn't even near the dial yet. Right through the hair. Yeah. Just went into cool down mode and like, obviously it feels like it's switching off. Yeah. So it took me a while to figure out what was wrong.
This is a stress that stays in your life from February to October. You might get November and December to chill out a little bit if you're not negotiating your deal for next year. But like, this is all consuming. This is a life to actually race and be competitive in this.
It's only going to be a downward trajectory, but now I feel like it's only going to go better.
That is true.
So I'm kind of like, I just want to...
Lloyd went off. He'll be behind you.
He did.
Oliphant went off.
Which is good because they'll be coming through, and every time they overtake people, you slow down people. So I actually think there could be a nice little...
Hello.
Yeah.
Butcher, did he get a penalty?
Something so simple prevented us from making like proper progress. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys, but on the wheel, there's a few different dials and a few different buttons on it. And on one of the laps when I turned into the hairpin, as I put in the steering lock, my sleeve caught the dial. Which basically switches off the engine. So it puts it into a cool down mode effectively. It took me probably 10 seconds to figure out what the problem was because you assume that something is broken in the car or the engine is failing. So it's one of those things where I almost need a minute or two when I get out of the car to chill out and just let it all settle down, but totally fine now. But hard to stomach.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
Quick photo, please.
Quick one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Love it. Always got time for the fans.
Always got time for the fans, mate.
Love it.
I'm not sure if he just clipped me or I just locked the rear left and the rear right and I had like a... Bored my girlfriend already, see, she already walked off. I feel like our car's been really strong. Team's done a great job.
These two boys are at the top of the game. They're both too old to be Formula 1 drivers. I'm too big. But this is really, I mean, I've been involved with loads and loads of motorsport, and this is the pinnacle of British motorsport, so BTCC really is where it's at.
So I've actually genuinely really enjoyed today. I feel like I'm understanding the car and how to drive it more. I actually fought through the field really nicely in race 1 and overtook 6 cars in the end, which was brilliant. No, I'm not changing anything with the car other than the tyres, which are the slower tyre by 0.3 of a second a lap. But I'm not going to change anything I'm doing. I'm driving, I think, really well this weekend. So just need a bit more luck and yeah, keep it on the black stuff, more importantly.
Hopefully we can move forwards. If we can pick off Cookie and Senna Proctor fairly early on, they've gained significant amounts of weight, so and then we can hunt down Colin.
The 1 minute board has been shown, the grid is clearing. This big enthusiastic crowd is set ready for what's going to be a really lively race. As Colin Turkington now makes his way up to the grid. Round 14 is good to go. The lights go red. Colin Turkington on pole position, accelerates away now, gets a good start and a bad start by Chris Smiley, who staggers away from the line. Everyone has to dodge around him, including Sam Spelt that goes onto the grass. demolishes the marker board there and gets back onto the road, and mayhem in the background. One of the Team Hard Coopers in the wall. Could have been Nicholas Hamilton, I fear. It is. Nicholas Hamilton is off the road, and we're going to get a safety car, surely, to move that out of harm's way.
Safety car, race until you see the board. Last at the minute. Ingram is sat P8.
We are back running here at Knockhill. We haven't really had a proper racing lap yet, but this is the end of lap 6, and it's Colin Turkington who leads the field over the timing line. Colin Turkington is in charge. Second, Josh Cook. Ash Sutton is third.
I'm pretty sure that was Sutton coming. Cook has seen him and left room on the inside.
Great move. Colin's fastest lap currently 51.21. I'll keep you updated.
Sutton is now up into second place. Jake Hill tries to hunt down Josh Cook, who has not given up yet. So Proctor goes through, Chilton goes through. That's Ingram getting ahead of Butcher and getting all crossed up. There's damage on the back of the Hyundai and one into the gravel on the left as well. But it's all eyes on Sutton right now for the lead, at least, as he tries to hunt down Turkington. Up onto two wheels as he goes through the approach to Duffer's Dip. Turkington has got to defend like never before. Sutton is right there. He's quicker. He's alongside. He's going to be ahead. Is he coming down to the hairpin? Because now Sutton to the outside line. He's got the run in a straight line, but he's going to be on the longer, slower line for the hairpin. Turkington stands on the brakes, tries to run Sutton out wide. Ash stands his ground on the outside and does get run out wide through the gravel with two wheels onto the dirt as well. It's his knee and he covers him off.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't. Sutton gets a big slide on coming through Clark.
Cook's hung on to fourth somehow ahead of Gordon Shedden. Really good drive this by Josh Cook. As there, Turkington is wide, he's in the gravel, and Sutton's going to go through for the lead. A tiny mistake is forced out of the BMW driver, and Ash Sutton has done it. As Ash Sutton is about to come through then for a third win of the season to increase the lead in the championship. Ash Sutton wins, Turkington second, Hill third.
Did he just run wide?
Yeah. Mega job, mate. He's cracking.
What did he say?
He just started singing about under pressure.
Oh, really? That's all right. Good job, mate.
It's not bad for four of us.
This morning we sat down and had a little plan. We always do this on race day. We sit down with our team and go, right, what's the ultimate goal here? It took us a few laps to chase Colin. He was strong. He was extremely quick then. Yeah, to come back from obviously how we were yesterday, the illness, etc., and to come away with fastest lap then and a win. It just shows the pace we have in the car. Yeah, a slight error from him at the chicane, and yeah, we come away with a win.
And back on the top step of the podium is the reigning champion, Ash Sutton. Also win for round 14. And a handshake with Ricky Butler from his team up onto the top step of the podium goes Ash.